quick little chat, okay? A quick little rant. So yesterday I was remembering when somebody had told me a couple months ago that God doesn't hear my prayers. And I think that's so crazy. Like, who are you to tell me that God doesn't hear my prayers? Because the last time I checked, every time when I prayed, my prayers were always answered. There's not one prayer that has gone unanswered. And yes, I have prayed for some things, and some things, take time, because with God, you have to wait. Patience is a fruit of the Spirit, and waiting on the Lord is just something you have to do. But who are you to tell me that God doesn't hear my prayers? Do you know what prayers I pray? Do you know that everything that I've prayed for, I've always gotten it? There's not one thing that I have never gotten from the Lord. So I just think it's so interesting how the enemy will use these people to try and tear you down, or to make you feel away. They make me feel away, because I know that what you're saying to me is a lie. Like, you're a lie sent from the pits of hell. So I just think it's so interesting that the devil will really use people to work against you, to tear you down, and to also stunt you, or to make you stagnant. Because if you start to believe those lies that God doesn't answer your prayers, then you know what that's going to lead to? The person will stop praying. Because now they're going to probably reflect and be like, oh, maybe the Lord doesn't really answer prayers. Maybe God isn't real. No, that's the devil. Nothing but the devil. But when somebody tells you that God doesn't answer prayers, or that the Lord doesn't hear you, you tell them, no, the Lord may not hear you, but the Lord hears me. And that's what I had told the person. The Lord hears me. I'm not sure what you're talking about. But as long as I've been able to speak, and I've been able to confess things with my mouth, and proclaim things with my mouth, and ask for things with my mouth, the Lord has answered every one of the prayers I've ever asked for. Everything I've ever prayed for, I've gotten it. I've always wanted a 2-story house. When I was younger, quick little story, okay? Branching off what I was saying before. Quick little story. So when I was younger, I had a cousin. Me and her, if that's even grammatically correct, we would always talk about how we're gonna own 2-story houses, right? Well, guess what? Guess what I own? A 2-story house. I remember in 2020, I think it's 2020, I had became obsessed with Jeeps. I don't know. I saw one day on Facebook. I just became so obsessed with Jeeps. So you know what I said? God, I want a Jeep. And guess what I got that same year, or if not the following year, like a couple months later? A Jeep. That's what I'm driving in right now. And I'm not talking about just materialistic things. There's also when I pray about peace. Let me back out a little bit, because it's got really, really dark.